Hello, YouTube family. So, welcome back to another edition of News from the Other Side. It's been so long that I uploaded another video of it. You know that News from the Other Side is a series where I interview foreign teachers here in the USA, and I always uh, specifically zoom in on African teachers, how they are coping with the US teaching system or education system. So today in our series, I still have another Nigerian brother who came in September. He also came with the same program sponsor that I was sponsored by. So I don't know where exactly in Nigeria where that he comes from, but all that I know is he is an art teacher just like myself right here. So I'm going to let him introduce himself and we'll commence with the video. As usual, we have a list of questions that he's going to answer for us, and if you have any question that you want to ask me, I think by the end of the interview you will get answers for those questions. And if even if you do not, you can just send me a DM so that I can help you answer the questions. So let's go straight ahead to Mr. Temitope. I don't know the others. I may not be able to pronounce all the name correctly, so I'll leave everything to him so that he introduces himself. All right, Mr. Temi. So the ball is yours to play. Let us know who you are and where you are currently, and what you do at the current location that you find yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Abre. I appreciate the opportunity. You've been someone who I've been following before even getting this opportunity to come here. Yeah, my name is Demitope, and I am an art teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I presently work in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
So I came on the same program, like you said, IAG.
Okay.
So that's my program sponsor that brought me to the US.
Okay. Good. So, can you tell us about who you were back home in Nigeria? What were you doing? I know at the moment you are an art teacher here in Arizona, USA. So, what or who were you back home in Nigeria? Let us know where you taught, the number of years that you taught, and any other part of your life that you want to share with the world or my followers.
Yeah, I've been an art teacher all through my career.
Mm-hmm.
I started teaching after my degree and youth service. I started teaching in 2001. So this makes it 23 years after my youth service that I've been teaching. And all through, I've been teaching art across different cities in Nigeria. So I'm an artist, I'm a teacher, and that is what I'm still doing
Okay.
even here.
Okay. So, were you a professional artist in addition to the teaching job back home in Nigeria?
Yes, I also paint, I sculpt.
Wow.
I originally um, did sculpture. I concentrated in sculpture, but I also paint now. I do a lot of carving,
Wow.
metal work, so
Good.
including the teaching.
Good. 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 So, which high school or which school did you teach back home?
Yeah, I taught before coming to US here.
Mm-hmm.
I taught at Dubland International School, Abuja, Nigeria. Yeah.
Is it a high school or middle school?
Yeah, it's a combination of elementary school, middle school, and high school. And I've taught in all aspects of that school. I started from the elementary, moved to the high school also. So I taught in all parts of the school.
Okay, good, good. All right. So now let's get to business. So when did you hear of the cultural exchange program for teachers?
Yeah, I got to know about the cultural exchange from Choco Millionaire's page.
Okay.
He's another very fantastic content creator from
Yeah.
Ghana,
I used to watch him as
presently
well.
in yeah, presently in Canada. So he was the one that interviewed Mr. O,
Oh,
who
good.
is also a teacher here in the US. So from that video, I got to know about the program and I started to make my research from there. Started looking for different people, different teachers who have also benefited from the program. And that is even how I got to know about you. So I've learned a lot. It's been a very wonderful experience getting to learn from you, great men. I appreciate that.
Okay. So even before you started to uh, make a research, how or how do you think of the program? Did you doubt it that it was possible for a company to sponsor a teacher to come to the US by paying nothing? Did you really believe it at a glance?
Obviously, when I got to hear about it on Choco Millionaire's page, it sounded too good to be true that really USA of all countries, USA that people are dying to come into. So I I did more research.
Mm-hmm.
I looked into all the videos. I checked different online channels, and I discovered that it's actually true. It is real. So that made me to start the search, the process of application and everything. And by the grace of God, it became possible.
Okay. All right, so guys, so if you were taking note of what Mr. Temi was saying, he said he did the research. I always tell people that if you are interested in relocating to the US as an intellectual, as a teacher, I don't see the need for you to pay some amount of money to a third party agent, what we call in Ghana connection man. Some are taking like $20,000, $10,000, $25,000, and they'll even give you a visiting visa. I mean, the B visa. You get into the US, you have only 6 months to stay for you to go back to your country, and you don't have any prospects in the US. But with this program, you'll be staying for 3 to 5 years, and if you are even lucky, your air ticket will be paid for. There are a lot of benefits in this program. So why do you doubt? Just as you heard Mr. Temi, at first he doubted, but when he did a lot of research into it, he found out a lot of it. So, Mr. Temi, what are some of the agencies that you found out as you did your research?
Yeah, I I saw IAG,
Mm-hmm.
I saw Faces,
Okay.
I saw EPI,
Okay.
Green Heart, um, a lot because I went to the US department website
Yeah.
that published all the approved agencies
Good.
to recruit teachers from around the world. So it's public knowledge. Anybody can do that. You can go online and search for all those things. You will see them. That was exactly what I did, and I was able to get all the agencies, even some that don't take people from my country. When I contacted them and they said, okay, oh, we are sorry, we don't take people from your region, I got to know that and I moved on to others. So that was one thing that I did. I would not let the discouragement of one side
Good.
to hold me back.
Good.
I had a mind of what I needed. So I continued until one of them said yes.
Okay.
I
So.
also tried
Mm-hmm.
I also tried some direct hiring. That is,
Good.
some school districts that we hire directly that can sponsor directly without using any agency. I tried some of them,
Okay.
but it was AIG that gave me an invite.
Oh, good, good. So, how long was your journey? How long was your application journey when you first saw the information that indeed there are companies that sponsor teachers? How long till when you were able to get a company to sponsor you?
I started the application process around August, September 2023.
Wow.
And I applied to so many, both to the school district directly, to all the agencies. So I was doing it. Anyone I see, I will apply. Either you say yes or you say no, I will apply. So, and I was able to get a lot of experience from the process. It got to a time that my laptop has already monitored some of the answers. It will just suggest, it will just suggest, okay, maybe when I'm filling some answers, if you provide the answer, I will
Simple.
just click and it will enter because I've filled in so many applications.
Wow.
So from that period down till July this year, July 2024, that
Wow.
I got an invite
Wow.
through IAG.
Wow.
I did not stop.
Wow. All right. So apart from your commitment to applying to these agencies, what were some of the challenges that you encountered when you were doing the application?
Honestly, the applications, many of them are very, very lengthy.
Good.
You will have to sit down for a long time, crack your brain, do a lot of research, write so many essays, fill in, put in different documents. You know, they can be tiring. They can be tiring, but I did not let that push me back. I continued to do it because I knew what I wanted. Yeah.
Good.
Then getting some of the documents was also another challenge because one of the documents that needed to be, I would say, the most important document was the credential evaluation. With the situation in Nigeria, the currency problem, it was so high. But I did not let that discourage me until it took a while before I could do the credential evaluation because of the cost. But God made it happen. I did it. And I also had to do police report. I did that police report 3 times because in Nigeria, the police clearance certificate expires within 3 months.
Oh, okay. Ours is
Yeah.
6 months. In Ghana, it's 6 months.
So in Nigeria, it is only 3 months.
Wow.
So I did it the first time. Before I knew it, 3 months passed. I did it another time, second time. It also expired before I got an invite. I now had to wait until I got a green light before I now did the last one that I brought to US.
Okay. So it means your major challenges were the financial constraints, right?
Yeah, it was a major
Okay.
challenge.
So
It was a major one.
in a in a nutshell, can you estimate how much you spent before you got a job offer, excluding the air ticket and other stuff? So how much did you spend from day one? Let's take away the data that you spent in applying to the agencies. How much do you remember you spent on this process?
Yeah, the first one, the credential evaluation,
Okay.
I did it with Spanfran.
Okay.
That one was $170.
Okay.
Yeah, $170. Then the money that I used for police report,
Mm-hmm.
I think is about altogether in Nigerian money about 55,000 naira for each.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Although officially it's lesser than that, but you will have to do some settle this, settle that. So it amounted up to that.
Okay.
So I would say those are the major expenses that you needed to do apart from your personal credentials like your certificate, your transcript, all those ones. Everybody knows we have to get all those ones. Your passport, you have to get those ones.
Okay.
So those are the major things that you will spend money on, apart from when you are planning to come.
Okay, good. Good. So it didn't even reach $800, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now, uh, you've applied. One agency has approved you. They put you on ready. I remember when you were on ready to hire. I really remember. I was in school. Then you told me you are now on ready to hire. So when you got a job offer and you sign, I want you to tell me the experience. How's the feeling like? You signed a job offer. How's the feeling like?
you know, it's like someone who has been having a very strong boil
Mm-hmm.
in a very difficult part of the body. The pain and everything will be so much until that day that the boil will just burst out and you feel a great relief.
Wow.
That was exactly how I felt. It was a great relief because it was getting to a time that I was thinking, will this thing be possible again? Because it was getting late. The employment process was closing in the US. School already started before I came. So eh, anybody in my position at that time, it will be easy to lose focus that this may not be possible again this year. But
Wow.
I did not lose focus. I didn't lose focus.
Okay. So, did you have the thoughts of your age being a limitation on the application process? Because I've had some people, no, though they don't have concrete evidence or facts, but they do usually cap themselves in an age limit. Did you have some thought that your age may limit you in the application process?
I never considered that as
Good.
a barrier to me. I look at myself that I have been in this field for years,
Good.
and this experience will even be to my favor
Good.
and not against me. It is my belief. And it actually happened when I finally did the interview. It was because of the experience that I would
Wow.
say helped me to get the job. Because after the experience, when when my principal was introducing me to a colleague, he said this man has had a lot of experience teaching art in Nigeria.
Wow.
You know, so I didn't see that as a barrier. I saw it as something that would help me. So anybody that is thinking that, oh, I'm this age, I'm getting to my 50, you should not look at that it should be a barrier. Don't set a barrier before you. In the US, there are people that are retired, maybe they retire from the military, they come to teach in the classroom.
Yeah.
So I have met many of them like that. We have people who have retired from other jobs. They came to teach and to even volunteer in things that we thought they would not be able to do, and they are doing it very fine. So nobody should use that as an excuse. Instead, look at it as a benefit.
Good, good. All right. So I'll jump straight to the day that you went for your visa interview. How was the feeling like? And post the interview, how was the feeling like? Let's have a fair view of your experience by then.
You know, the dread of American visa interview. It really shot many people away. When you get to the American embassy and you see the crowd,
Wow.
anybody without a strong heart, that one, that one will even discourage you from the beginning. But I didn't allow that to discourage me because I was prepared. I knew what I was going in for. And when I got there, when it got to my turn, all the questions that they asked me, I gave full answers. I didn't leave the chance for the interviewer to be asking me, leading me to the answers. You know, that was one thing that I learned from my research. That you see, these people that are doing the interview at American embassies, these people are career people. Their focus is to be ambassadors. They have the credential. So this job that they are doing is like something that they see as below their dignity, and they want to. Okay, look at somebody that has like about 100 or more people to interview in a day.
In a day, yeah.
So he will not have time for you to be thinking about the next question, the next answer. Once the person sees that you don't have the confidence, you are not able to provide all the necessary answers, he will just bounce you.
Good.
That is it. I learned that from a former visa officer. I watched his video and he broke it down. So that these people, once they start with the first question and you are not able to express yourself very well, they have made their opinion. Whatever you say after that, if they have made their opinion to reject you, whatever you say after that doesn't count. And they have the final say. They have the final say.
Yeah.
So there is nothing you can do.
Okay.
So when she asked me all the questions and I provided all the answers, I didn't give too much in the same way. So I was granted a visa. Do you know, many people before me that I witnessed their, in the embassy room, in the interview room, you will be hearing what others are saying. The people before me, unfortunately, didn't make it.
Yeah.
But I thank God. There was one that really pained me. The man came with a wife and two little kids. The visa officer asked him, the part that I got to hear when they were interviewing him. Okay, you have a program in the US. Why are you taking your family with you? It's like the answer he gave could not convince the visa officer. He said he was a pastor, he had an outreach in the US. Okay, something that is going to take you some few weeks or days. Why are you taking your whole family? Because of that, he was rejected. I saw the look on his face. I felt pity for him. And one thing, when they gave you that blue paper, the security will just guide you to the door. They will not allow you to go back to your seat. They will just guide you to the door. your way to show you your way out. But he was just sitting with them. See, let me take my wife and children. It was so no, it was so heart rending. But we had to do what to do.
Yeah.
So I still had to focus on my own interview. So I didn't let that to bother me too much.
Hmm.
So after that, and the lady said, okay, I will be granting you the visa. Let me have your DS 2019. Let me have your
Wow.
passport. Your visa will be ready in 3 days. I was so happy. Honestly, I was so happy.
Oh, good, good. And what was the experience back home? I know you will be happy, but I just want to know how your family felt. Like, how was everybody? And was there any doubt from some close friends who heard that you've been granted a visa?
Well, from the from the people that knew when I was doing it, uh, it was a prayer they were using to support me. That you will go in peace and it will be successful. And thank God it came successfully. Yeah.
Good, good. All right. So one thing I like about your whole story is even at your age, you are very, very addicted to research. I, I some people around your age would say they were born before computer. They do say BBC, born before computer, but you are exceptional. You are always on YouTube looking for videos to watch, researching and all that. What is what really inspired you to do that?
One thing about me, right from when I was very young, I love reading. I do not take knowledge for granted.
Good.
Even when I'm going, there was a time when I was preparing for a qualifying exam after my secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
JAM, they call it JAM, Joint Admission and Matriculation Board exam in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's the exam that we use to go to the university.
Okay.
So I was preparing for that exam at that time, and I was going on the road a day. I saw a book on the just on the ground, and the book attracted me. The cover was not there, but I just saw a topic on the book.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to be a book on government.
Okay.
So, and government was also one of the subjects I wanted to write in that exam. So I picked the book on the ground. It was very dirty. People have stepped on it. So I picked it. I was just looking through, I was reading. Do you know one of the things that I read in that book that I found on the floor, on the ground, was, I think it was the third question
Wow.
that came in the exam.
Wow.
I wouldn't have known it in any way. That who was the fourth Nigerian to be a chief justice of United Nations Court in the Hague, Netherlands. I wouldn't have known that,
Wow.
but it was from that particular book that I read it. I was so happy that in the exam that thank God I saw this. That is just to tell you how I love reading. And I've
Good.
been reading. So when the issue of internet and everything came, see, anybody that say this, my age is just something that someone will use to discourage himself from doing well in life.
Good.
Everything is online now. Everything is online. Anything you need, you can get information about it online. So why do you, all that you need is for you to, if you don't know it, ask people that will teach you.
Good.
Do you know many of the things I know on the computer, I learned from my students.
Wow.
in school. Yes, I do not put myself too high to learn from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that knowledge is something anybody should run after. Don't deprive yourself because of age or whatever it is. No, 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 no. So
Good.
Chat GPT was another thing that really helped me.
Good. Good.
All
Good.
the questions, how to answer this and that. When I see a topic that I needed more information about, I will just go to ChatGPT or Copilot.
Good.
I will type it, and it will provide a lot of answers for me.
Good.
So it is there. Whatever someone needs, the information is there
Good.
online.
Good. I really appreciate how you are using the AI to assist yourself in the application process, guys. So as I've always been reiterating in my videos, use AI. Uh, it is not difficult to do these applications. When I was starting way back, AI was in the early stages, but I still used it. It can provide you sample of recommendation letters. I always tell people on my Telegram page that I've sacrificed to help, but there are things I've already showed you the way. Use AI. Some are calling me for recommendation letter. I said type the command in ChatGPT. You get samples, anything that you need. Look at, and should I say, I don't want to use the word an old man, but a matured man who uh, early stages didn't see computer, but you guys had seen computers right from your early stages. But he's using ChatGPT, he's using AI. So guys, let's develop the attitude to research. Use AI, use computer. There, everything that you seek is up there. Okay, so now let's go straight to now. You have your visa. When did you leave Ghana? Sorry, when do you leave Nigeria?
Yeah, I left Nigeria September 17, 2024.
Wow,
Yeah,
you are never going to
I,
forget
I
that.
landed in the US September 18th.
Wow, wow. Now, the best part of the interview, the best part of the interview is what was your experience? US, now US, I'm here. My land don't touch here. So, what was the experience?
I would say it's been wonderful. It's been because the the teaching experience here in the US is different. The
Mr. Temi,
kids that we teach.
wait. You go to the teaching experience. I just tell me when your foot just touched the promised land. How was the experience when you got from the plane? The first day your land touched the promised land. How was the feeling like?
Yeah, it was a great feeling, honestly. You know, when that place that you've been hearing about, that people
Mhm.
have been talking about, the US, the US. You know, my port of entry in the US was Chicago.
Okay.
So when the plane got to Chicago and we were very close to touchdown, we were on the lake. I was looking at the lake, looking at the buildings everywhere. You know that this US. So when we landed, and all of us had to move to immigration to check.
Mm-hmm.
That was another experience. You know, when I got to the border security, and they asked me questions that the officer saw that I was the time that I was supposed to be in the US, that was on my DS 2019, was already passed. Ah, he, 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 he said, okay, that he will send me to a particular place. So he called another officer to take me to another room.
Wow.
I was afraid. But one thing put me uh, put my mind at rest that you still have about 30 days from the date
On the
to
DS
travel,
2019, yeah.
on the DS 2019 to travel. So I just put my mind at rest.
Mhm.
So when I was taken to the secondary room for further questioning, so they took my passport and took it to another room.
Mhm.
So I think what they did there was to call my visa sponsor
Mhm.
or the school that I was coming to really confirm that they were expecting me. So when they finally brought my passport back and gave the passport to me that I was free to go, I was so happy that finally I am now in the US.
Good.
Because before that time I was not in US. So if because at that stage you could be returned to your country
Easily.
if there was nobody to corroborate your story. You could be returned to your country. But I had that confidence that nothing will happen, and with the help of God,
Good.
we scaled through.
Good.
So from there, I had to look for my connecting flight to Phoenix. So getting to Phoenix was another interesting thing. You know, the visa sponsor arranged for who will pick me up at the airport and some other things that I needed to do. So they really did well in that area. They did so well to make sure that I got settled without any problem or glitch.
Okay.
So it was a nice experience.
Good. Good. All right. So about accommodation, transportation, and others, how do you arrange of it? I know IAG lets you prepare a budget, and they
Yeah.
let you know the amount of money that you may collect in the US as your compensation or as your salary. So how did you manage to get yourself an accommodation?
Before getting to the US,
Yeah.
IAG will tell you to, like the budget you talked about, make a budget, do all the things that you prepare to have accommodation, even a temporary accommodation, before you get a permanent accommodation. So they will make you to get yourself prepared for all those things. So those were the things that I prepared for. And fortunately for me, I was able to secure an apartment before I even get to the US.
Oh, okay. Did
Yeah.
did any of your school authority assist you in getting the accommodation, or how do you get it? Because people were during my time, I was lucky to find a Ghanaian in the exact school that I was going. Okay, so when I called the school, they linked me up with another teacher from my country, and he was able to help. So how did yours go? How did you secure an accommodation way back in Nigeria? How do you do it?
Yeah, the arrangement that IAG made, they partnered with another company
Oh, okay.
that is resident in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
So they assigned one of their officers to me that
Okay.
was guiding me even before I got to the US.
Okay.
So she was the one that came to pick me at the airport. And before then, she had been helping me to look for possible apartment
Okay.
close to my,
Your school.
at least not too far from my school district.
Okay.
So fortunately, she sent me some leads and I was able to steal one that I applied for. And they were able to give me a place in the apartment. I just paid an amount, like a deposit,
Okay.
to secure the apartment before coming in.
Okay.
So when I now came in, I now settled the rest.
Okay. Good.
So
Good.
that was what happened. I only stayed in the hotel for only one night
Okay. Good.
before I came to the apartment.
Good. I think you were lucky because IAG is stationed in Arizona. Okay, so mine was a bit different. They sent me apartment that are closer to my school for me to do my own thing, and they were not going to assist you how to get the deposit done and all that. You were lucky because IAG is stationed in Arizona, so they have people to help them easily. During my time, it wasn't that easy, so they sent me list of website that I can get accommodation. They sent me a list for my temporary for hotels for my temporary stay. They also sent me some list of apartments around. That's what they did for me. So you were very, very lucky. Very, very, very lucky.
Yeah, I would say that the lady that was assigned to me is a very wonderful lady. Honestly, I will always thank her for the help that she did. She took it upon herself. She would take me around everywhere where I
Wow.
would do fingerprinting, where I
Wow.
will. She was the one that even took me to the school district.
Okay.
When I was to go to the school district, she took me to the bank
Mm-hmm.
and many other places that she took me to. She really did well, and I will forever be grateful to her. You
Okay.
know, I don't know if I don't have a permission for me to mention her name here, but
Oh, don't.
if you
Don't.
are listening to this video, please be assured that I appreciate everything that you did for me.
Good. 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 I think almost all the agencies, if they have the capacity to do it, they usually employ people to do that. So most of the agents will send someone to pick you up from the airport. They'll let someone take you to get your SSN, go for bank account, go for your cell phone number, and all that. Uh, and we really appreciate that because I know during my time they had arranged with someone to come pick me up, but unfortunately, the deal never went through safely. So when I go to the airport, the person wasn't there to help me. So what they did was they ordered Uber for me to come pick me up. So the Uber took me to the apartment that I was going to stay. I had linked up, as I already said, I had linked up with another Ghanaian teacher who was holding me down in his apartment by then. And after the days, he did the same thing, took me to the bank to get my account and all that. So you are very lucky, and we thank IAG for all the support that they are doing for us in this process. Now let's go straight to how the job went. So you are in the US, you have your accommodation and all that. Now tell me, this is the part of the interview that people are always interested in and is very interesting. So what was your first experience in the US classroom?
I got to the school district.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I did all the documentation, signed the forms and everything. So the officer now arranged that, okay. And he contacted my school that, okay, the next day that I'm cleared to come to school the next day. So the following day, which was a Thursday, so I went to the school and it was a good reception. So, and like I told you, school had already started. I think they were in the third week. No, not even third week. About
September will be
one
fourth
one
week.
quarter had already
Yeah,
finished.
yeah,
Yes, I think it was the fifth week
yeah.
that I came. So I came in the middle of the whole thing. So I landed myself in the stream of activities. So, like they say, you hit the ground running.
Simple.
I had all my classes that same day without any preparation, without any. But fortunately, the staff members here, they showed me everything. Okay, this is your studio. This is how you will operate it. This is your key. And boom, before I knew it, the students started coming.
On that same day.
So that same day, I taught classes.
Wow.
That same day,
Wow.
I taught classes.
Wow.
So it was I just had to look at, because there was no art teacher. The art teacher in the school had already resigned that was what called for the need for an art teacher in the school. Okay. So the person that was helping us out was just a substitute teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the one that showed me, okay, this is the lesson plan that I was working with.
Okay.
I looked at it. I really didn't understand it, but I just picked a topic that I knew would be
easier to teach
at the level of the student, each of the classes that I was to take. And thank God, everything went on successfully. But it was it was a very difficult task. I would say that, well, with past experience, I was able to scale through that first and second day.
Okay.
So
good.
And that was how the whole thing went.
So it seems you didn't have any cultural shock on your first day at school, did you?
Not much. I would say the students in the school are very eager to learn. They are very eager to learn.
Good.
So they will ask questions. I will answer them. The only problem that I had with them was my name. They couldn't pronounce my name as much as I tried to teach them. At that first and second day, they couldn't pronounce my name. I just told them, what? Call me Mr. T.
Simple, Mr. T.
And that is what many of them know me to be now.
Good.
Mr. T, Mr. T. Okay. And it is cool.
Good.
So good. We are getting along very well now.
Good. So how long have you taught for now? How many months?
That's 1 month and 3 weeks.
Okay. And
1 month, 3 weeks.
Can you share with us any challenges with the teaching job so far? 1 month into the system. What are some of the challenges?
Well, in the classroom, you still encounter students who may try to be rude, some who may be unwilling to learn, some who will just want to do what they like and not what you were teaching. You will see that, but I will say in this school, there are few. Okay. There are few. Majority of them, they are very eager to learn.
Okay.
And it wasn't much of a difficulty scaling through in the whole thing. Okay. Maybe I've heard that middle school is very tough.
Very tough.
It is elementary school. But you still see some of the traits in those in fifth grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in all, it's fun being with them.
Okay.
Especially those in kindergarten. It's fun being with them.
Okay. So so far, have you had any incident of disrespect from any of these kids?
I wouldn't say much, because what someone may term to be disrespect is just their own way of expressing themselves.
Good.
America
Good.
is a country of free speech.
Mm-hmm.
So it's part of the learning that you need to get adapted to.
Good.
I'm still learning some of their nuances, some of their expressions, some of the way they say some things.
Okay.
It is a learning experience for me. So I'm still getting to understand the way they do some of their things.
Okay.
So I did not allow that to be an issue for me.
Okay.
I'm someone that I always love to study my environment, get to know things before reacting. So I wouldn't say I've not encountered any student that have been so rude to me. No.
Oh, we thank God. We thank God. All right. So we thank God that you've had a successful transitioning into the classroom. Now, comparing the Nigerian education system to that of the U.S. education system, what are your perks? Like, what are the pros and cons? What are the major similarities and differences in between these two great nations?
Yeah. In Nigeria, the curriculum in Nigeria is totally different from what is operated here in the US.
Okay.
But I would say, fortunately, most of the schools that I've worked in when I was in Nigeria, they are international schools.
Oh, okay.
So they operate both the Nigerian curriculum and the British curriculum.
Okay.
So that exposed me to the system of teaching, the British system, and some part of American system.
Okay.
So I was able to transition easily from the Nigerian system to the American system because of that experience of working in international schools in Nigeria. So I would say that really prepared me. So the system of teaching, like cooperative learning, use of
Technology.
electronics,
Yeah.
use of the computer, it wasn't really strange to me because
Okay.
I was working with all those things back there in Nigeria.
Okay.
So I really appreciate all the people that I have passed through in Nigeria who really taught me
Okay.
the whole thing.
So it means back home your art studios had all that you needed for your art projects. You had all the supplies, did you?
Yes,
Oh, good.
the school where I taught before coming to the US, we had a studio and it has everything.
Okay.
The smart board,
Wow.
all the equipment. Yeah, all the equipment. The school provides all the art materials. We have them in abundance.
Good.
So we make requisition for all those things at the beginning of the term, each term.
Okay.
Then we make a budget at the end of each session in preparation for the next session so that everything that you will need for the next session, you will have to put it in the budget.
Good. Good.
So that really made it easy for me to transition to the American system.
Good. Good. All right. We thank you so much for this insightful information that you are sharing with us. And so, are there any things that you would love for the Nigerian education system to copy from this US education system? Is there something that you have seen so much different that you really want to share with your Nigerian teachers so that they can also incorporate in their instructional procedures?
Yeah. One of the first things that I would say is that many teachers, not only in Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
in many other African countries, is CPD, that
Mm-hmm.
is continuing professional development.
Yes.
It is something that is taken very seriously here. And it is for you to develop yourself.
Yeah.
Go for trainings, both the ones the school sponsors and the one that you have to sponsor yourself. So that is what will prepare you for what you will meet in the classroom.
Good.
So CPD, very, very important. And it is very, very compulsory. When I was in my school in Nigeria, it is compulsory that you every term you must do CPD. At least the one that will be personal to you, do some courses online with
Mm-hmm.
maybe with British Council and some other online venues. The one you will pay for,
Mm-hmm.
some free. You just have to do it. So it is one thing I will encourage anybody that has the mind of coming to teach in the diaspora. Please, CPD is very, very important. Know about the principles of safeguarding, classroom management, behavior management, you know, instructional procedures, all those things. Very, very important for anybody that is coming to teach in the US. And make sure that you put all those things in your resume.
Resume. Yeah.
When you put them in your resume, it will show the person that is looking at your resume that you have a knowledge of what you are coming to do. So
Good.
very, very important.
Good.
Very, very.
Good.
Then apart from that, the system
Mm-hmm.
that students can just that students are not allowed to express themselves. Just the teacher will be the one to be dishing out information from the front of the class.
Yeah.
It's a thing of the past century. Teachers should desist from that. I still know that many teachers do it back at home, but it has changed. It has
Okay.
changed.
Okay.
We just must do away of making the students to be the one that are the focus of teaching and learning.
Yeah. Student
So it
centered.
should be student
Centered.
focused.
Yeah. Good. Good.
So let the one that the teacher we do be like 10%, and the 90% would be what the students will do. It is in the process of doing that
They
they
will learn.
will interact with each other and even learn what they needed to learn. Because most of the things that we say as teachers, when we stand in front of the class, at the end of the class, the students have forgotten it.
Yeah.
But what they do, the research they were able to do in the class, the activities that they are able to do with their own hands,
Mm-hmm.
they will never forget it.
Good.
And that is the system that is used here. Cooperative learning is that I even just did one training on it recently here.
Okay.
So it is a big thing.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
teachers should learn that.
Good.
Then another one is that teachers should get acquainted with the use of technology. Technology is a big thing here. If you don't know how to use technology,
start learning.
you will struggle. You will struggle in American schools because all the classes are well equipped with technology, and you must learn. You must be able to use it for your teaching and learning.
Yeah.
So please, if you have the mind of coming to the diaspora to teach, don't wait until you get the opportunity. Start learning it now.
Good.
through a lot of them you will have to pay for, but many you can learn them free of charge.
Okay. So as we are getting to the latter part of our interview, what would you say to Africans who downgrade the quality of education in Africa? Because I've met people online on social media that were really disregarding the potency of Ghanaian education, the potency of Nigerian education. People still don't believe that you can teach in the US with your Nigerian certifications. So, what do you have to tell all these people?
You know one thing, there is a saying in my local dialect
Mm-hmm.
in Nigeria that let me say it
Mm-hmm.
the way it is said. I will translate it.
Good.
Ọlọ́gbálé pugbálẹ̀ làkíkàràgbá
Mm-hmm.
kan tí bàmú kégegun.
Good.
What it means is that it is you that has a property that we call if you say that property is worthless,
Mm-hmm.
people, strangers, they will help you to use it to pack refuse.
Good.
But if you say, this is my valuable property and I guard it jealously, people will respect it.
Good.
So the way we talk about our culture, our education, it will determine the way others see it.
Good.
When I came here, I told my students that Africa is not a country.
Good.
Africa
It's
is
a continent.
of 58 countries. Nigeria is just one of those countries. And in those countries, there are different cultures, different languages, different things that may not even look alike. And these are things that we should project to people in the diaspora, not that what we know is worthless. It is the way you project yourself that people will see you.
Good.
When I did my credential evaluation,
Mm-hmm.
the score that I got originally in my certificate,
Mm-hmm.
when I did it to the American
Standards.
credential balance, it became higher than what I was given in Nigeria.
Good.
You understand? Mm-hmm. So our education system is very strong. We'll look at it. We learn under pressure. The pressure that people here did not go through. We learn under those things and we still come out strongly.
Good.
So it is the way you project yourself. That's what I would just say.
Good.
That people will see you.
Good. Good. I think the main purpose of the cultural exchange program is what you just said. It's a way for us to come to this country or the diaspora to let them know that Africa is not what they used to think it is or it was. So can you imagine that my students still ask me, so is there water in Africa? Is there food in Africa? And I told them that if there was no food, how would I have existed to come and teach you guys? So it is up to us to project the positive parts or the positive sides of Africa to these kids, because they have been brainwashed way long years ago. Okay, so if you are able to project the new Africa to them, I think that would be the best things. And I normally show some nicest places in Africa to my students, and they still don't believe it that this is Africa, because they know we live on trees, we have no shoes to wear, there are no cell phones and all that. But immediately you show them certain nicer places in Nigeria, nicer places in Ghana, nicer places in Tanzania. Oh, they are really marveled. They are really, really marveled. And for your information, I think if you are mentioning African countries that are so popular in the US, it's Ghana and Nigeria. Nigeria is up there, very 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 popular, very very popular. Both positive and negative, but Nigeria is the most popular African country that they know, and I think Africa is the best place to live, and we are doing our best to change the bad narratives that our predecessors had already inscribed in the hearts of these diasporans. So that is it. I don't know if you have any motivation to give to people who are still doubting that this is not real. There is no way you have a company sponsor you. What are your last words to these people?
Yeah, it is real.
It's real.
It is real. Do not doubt it. And you can use your certificate back in your home country to teach in the US.
Okay.
That is what I'm using to teach here in the US. I'm using my certificate. I did not go to any other school. All I had to do was to compare, to do an evaluation. To compare the system and their system. And that was all.
Okay.
I did not go to any other school just because I wanted to come here to teach.
Okay.
So it is real, and many more people are grabbing the opportunity.
Yeah.
And there are countries that have been in this thing for long.
Jamaicans and
Philippines. We got
Philippines.
to know about it in Africa, in Nigeria. For example, Philippines.
A lot.
Philippines
A lot.
has the highest number of teachers on this cultural exchange program in the US. They've been on it for a long time. Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica.
India. China. They're all here.
Yeah.
So we should not let ourselves to be deprived. Don't get laid back.
Good. Good.
So it is the level of your research, your exposure that will enable you to know that all these things are possible. Just do the research. Go online.
Simple.
You will see that these things are possible.
Okay.
You don't need somebody. You don't need to go and pay money to somebody to help you. You are a teacher. You can sit down, do the research, do the applications, and you will see that you will succeed in it if you do not give up.
Okay. All right. So I think apart from the foreign teaching experience that you may have in your credentials and your resume, can you share a little light on the monetary benefits of this program? Are you being underpaid as compared to the US teacher? Can you share a little light on the annual? Don't go into detail in the monthly salary, the annual salary. How much are you taking?
You know before I came here, I did the research, and the US system, they don't make this thing private. It is public.
Public.
Go online, you will see it. Go to each school district
website.
Type, just for you to know it, type, choose one state in the US. Let's say Arizona. School district in Arizona. Type that. It will bring all the school districts in Arizona out.
Good.
Choose one of them. Maybe Maricopa County. Type it. You will see the schools under Maricopa County. The school district under Maricopa County. Choose one of those school districts. Go to their website. Go to the site that talks about their salary.
Salary schedule.
You will see it is published there.
Good.
It is published. I don't even have to tell everybody. Just look at it.
Simple.
You will see it. It is published. America does not
hide
it. And it is once you meet the qualification, it is the same thing that their teachers here are earning that you will earn.
Yeah.
That is just it. That's what I would say.
Good.
I am a teacher that doesn't like spoon feeding people.
Good. I like
want
that.
people to go and do their research
and find out.
If I tell you something, if I give you an assignment, I want you to do that assignment, show me the evidence of the assignment before I can give you another thing to do.
Good.
So I'm giving you this assignment like I did. I just said, go online, make the research. You will see everything. You can even download it and have it with you.
Good. All right. So as compared to the cost of living, is it at par after paying for accommodation and others? Do you have some money left?
Of course, if there is no money left, it is not worth it.
Good. I like
if
that.
If there is no money that is left, it is not worth coming. So you just have to be prudent. That's what I would say.
That's all.
Be prudent. Don't say, oh, I've arrived in America. Yeah. I want to chop life like Americans. You shouldn't do that.
Okay,
know that you have a purpose of coming and you need to do what you need to do in order to get the best out of the system.
Good. All right. So this is on a lighter note. So have you found any African markets where you are getting all the Nigerian foods and everything?
I have not made that research.
Oh, do that.
Because some of the things that I am somebody that does I don't eat too much.
Okay.
So some of the things that I brought, I'm still pinching them so that I won't finish them. So I'm still trying to. And most of the things that I am getting in the general market here, they are things that I have been.
Okay.
So it's not strange to me.
Okay. And have you found any Nigerian community?
Not really. In my congregation, I have met some Nigerians.
Oh,
yes,
good.
And we have been talking. Yes, we've been talking.
Good.
So that is, and some of the people that I met, they've been very, very fantastic. They've really shown me some things that I'm learning from.
Good.
So it's good.
All right, Mr. Tepi. So thank you so much. I know as teachers we are very busy, and this is the only time of the school year that we have 5 days to relax more and chill more. But you decided to spend this time with me on my YouTube channel. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, it is Yao Abre. And I'm also on TikTok. I'm on Telegram. So the Telegram group, if you have any challenges, people like myself, Mr. Temi, were there to help each other. So if you don't have the link yet, the link is on my bio section on TikTok, and any of my pre-recorded videos on YouTube. You can go to the description section and you can see the Telegram group link over there. So Mr. Temi, we thank you so much for the time spent with us, and I don't know if you have any other thing to add. If not, we would like to end the program today. So the program's name is News from the Other Side, where teachers from Africa share their story as they came on the Cultural Exchange program, what they are seeing, and they comparing it to their home country's education system, the good side and the bad side, the mimi side of things and others. So if you are not part of the family, let's join together. Let me see you here in 2025, because America be sweet. America be sweet. Wow. So if there's nothing else Mr. Temi would add, I would like to call the program off. Mr. Temi, do you have something else to add? Or we good?
Yeah. What I want to add is that I want to use this opportunity to really appreciate you for your big heart. You know, even before I've been monitoring your page, even before you came to the US,
really?
You've been sharing opportunities about the teaching and everything that you can do in order to land a teaching job in the US.
Good.
I've watched all your videos and it's been so inspiring. Good. And do you know one thing that also drew me close to you. A
What?
colleague, an art teacher like me.
Oh, good.
And all the
Good.
questions that I will throw to you, you will answer my question instantly. Instantly. That really marvels me.
Oh,
I
good.
really appreciate it so much.
That's
Thank you so
appreciate.
much. And for making yourself available to help others to know about what is possible.
We are called
You
to
know,
serve.
it's not a bragging thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is bragging or to show off that, oh, I have arrived, I'm now in the US. No, that's not what it is. It is to show that this thing is possible. If I could do it, you can do it.
I like that part.
So, and I believe in that. That drew me to you so much. And I know that God will continue to support you.
Amen.
I appreciate you so
Amen.
much.
Amen. Amen. All right. Thank you so much for the time. As I said, for the time spent with us, guys. I have other interviews in stock that are coming, so don't lose guard on me. So we're going to have an interview with a Kenyan, I think, on Wednesday. I'll try and edit this video quickly, then I upload it to YouTube so others can benefit from it. Especially, like, there are a lot of Nigerians always crying that why are the agencies not taking Nigerians. I've brought 2 Nigerians so far. IAG has brought 2 Nigerians. So if other agencies are looking down on you, apply to IAG. I also try and get some authoritative figures in IAG so that I interview them sometime and other agencies as well. So thank you so much. We shall meet again on the news from the other side. God bless you all. Bye bye.